it is a great honor to welcome back our good buddy, Mr. Scott Bakula. Does anybody talk to the band ever on this show? Nobody? Occasionally. Occasionally? All right, you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You know the drummer's gonna get it though. Picked the wrong color shirt to wear today. Oh, you got stripes? He didn't read ahead. They sold you on the stripes, huh? Okay. What's going on out here? How do you follow Bill Shatner? You don't. You go 100 years in front of him. I am smart about a few things, and that was one of the few things that I got right. Be in front of Bill, don't follow. And then today, what are you gonna do? What are we going to do today? We want to just answer questions? I like to answer questions. Some people like to tell stories. I will say that, when was the last time I was here when Leonard was here? 3 years ago? And I remember being backstage, and he was in front, and he had his, I think he had a stool or a very kind of minimalistic thing going on, and he was just waxing. And I thought, that is so cool. Leonard Nimoy is up there just telling stories. And I never met him. And to this day, I regret that I didn't kind of, when he came off the stage, that I didn't say, could I just say hello, Mr. Nimoy? And I so wish that I had. But obviously, he is with us forever.
Yeah.
So. Let's talk. I'll take a cue from Carol Burnett and just talk to the people. Which side wants to start? Nobody has questions. This is so interesting. I'm kidding. Yes, go ahead.
As someone who's had a very extensive film career, from stage to television and the screen, what would you say is your favorite facet of working? I understand that would all be different. Do you have a preference of one, and if so, why?
Well, I'm basically a theater guy. That's where I started, and that's why I like these kinds of events so much, because we're here. We're all here together, and this moment, this however much time we have, will never be repeated again, ever. So there's something immediate and rewarding and gratifying and sharing that I love, and that's why that's my first love. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll go back and forth. I don't mean to embarrass you. You mean? Is that it? Did I do that? Did I do that when I went back? Did I do that with Al?
When you were DJing and Good Morning Victoria, and then also when you were all happy because you got Al's place as a hologram.
Wow, I don't remember the second one. The first one, everything I did in Good Morning Peoria was my version of ripping off Robin Williams in Good Morning Vietnam, which is what he does, Genius in Everything, did. And so I can't take a lot of credit, except that his style of stream of consciousness and his ability to just go from one thought. I only met him one time in my life at the Improv in the 80s in Los Angeles, late at night, and he was on a roll and just was amazing and funny and present, and so I took that as an opportunity to kind of pay a small homage to him. I don't know if he ever did Woody Woodpecker, but I couldn't do half the stuff that he did, so I did that in that whole character in that episode, which was a really good episode. I enjoyed that a lot. Elvis Presley, wow. Chubby Checker was on that episode. You know who Chubby Checker is?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
And you've got you've got the Niners thing. How long have you been watching all of this stuff?
Maybe a couple of years.
Wow. What have you been doing with your life before then? Because you had to stop everything to catch up on all this stuff. Have you watched a lot of the Quantum Leap stuff?
I'm almost finished with it.
And have you watched all of these franchises?
Yeah, I think I have a little bit of Next Generation left, but other than that, I've seen them all.
How are your grades in school?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I bet they are. I bet they are. Thank you for the questions. Those are awesome. Thank you. That's a great uniform. It's vintage. I've worn a couple of uniforms like that in some other movies and other shows. Anyway, I did a lot of stuff. My idea about stunts has always been, don't do anything that will shut the production down, because then I put everybody out of work. So I try to do things that are, I do a lot. I still do a lot. But I try to be careful. I have great stunt people. I've been very fortunate. Should have not started talking about this yet. In the years, I've had a broken foot and some cuts and things, but nothing ever big. And I've been very well taken care of. So I've been very fortunate that way. Thank you. What was the ding? Nobody's copping to the ding? That was like did everybody hear the ding? Yeah. Have you heard it before today? No. You people are confused.
Keep going.
Keep going.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm not. Or say, oh boy. You mean when he came on to Enterprise?
Right.
We did. We talked about it, and I don't know if it actually ended up.
It didn't.
It didn't.
I waited.
We talked about it. It was enough that he was there, I think. That was enough.
Oh,
That was enough of a wink, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We did. I've done it on other shows, though.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh yeah. You have to look. You have to watch everything I've ever done. I was so nice to the band in the beginning, and now they're turning on me. Go.
Sorry, I didn't like Enterprise when it first came out. I loved that you were in it, but as an infantry marine, I could not follow every single episode. So,
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here.